Hi, I'm Danny, and these are my Diecast Disasters. In this video, I'm going to be restoring and customizing an Ertl Mercedes-Benz 450 SE. It's a bit hard to find info on this particular model, but I believe it was part of the Miniatures of the World series, and these were produced in the late 70s, early 80s. They made a few colours of this car. This, of course, is the cream one. So we'll take it off of the turntable and take a closer look at it. So when you pick this particular model up, you'd probably think it was an old Tomica because it is so solid and chunky. Look at that, it's got a cool opening bonnet with a separate grille piece on there. Paint job's pretty chipped. Nice solid metal base. You can see it was made in Hong Kong, this one. I guess they'd stopped making them in America at this point, maybe. Anyway, like I say, it is one really solid little toy car. So I'll start out taking it apart. I'll drill out these posts here, then I can pop the bottom off. I'll take out the interior and the windscreen there. I use a burr on my rotary tool to take out these posts holding on that grille there. And then I realised I could actually pop the whole bonnet out, so that's quite handy. So there's our castings ready for some paint stripper. And here they are after the paint's been stripped off them. I'll give them a quick clean up with the wire brush on my rotary tool. Get rid of that oxidation and any paint that happens to be left on them. There we go, they're looking a bit cleaner now. Next I just drilled and tapped the posts there so I can put it back together with some screws later on. And then it was time for painting. So I'm going to start out with some black primer. And here we go, here's our 450 SE with the black primer. I'm going to be painting this car in a candy colour, so the next layer will be some silver. There we go, there is the car painted in our silver. And finally it's on with the candy, and I've chosen to use a brown candy. So we'll see how this comes out. It's the first time I've used this paint. And here it is, our 450 SE after 4 coats of that brown candy. And that is looking awesome, I think. So I can move on with some detailing. Here's some 450 SE license plates I've printed out. I've cut one out here. And I'm just going to use a little bit of PVA glue to apply this to the rear of my Merc. And once I was happy with the detailing, I finished the car with some gloss varnish. Moving on to the base now. I'm just going to pop these old wheels out. It's nice, it's got this easy plastic suspension to deal with. And next I give it a clean up with the wire brush and the rotary tool. along with the grill section here. Here they are, looking nice and shiny now. I've decided I'm not going to paint them this time. They look quite good, just the shined up metal. So the grill amazingly still has this little tiny Mercedes emblem on there. I'm going to straighten it up a little bit, but I really felt like it was going to break, so I didn't straighten it too much. I'd rather keep it on there rather than break it off and have to re-glue it. Onto the interior now. It's got some okay details there. It was a little grubby, so I gave it a quick wash and then hit it with some grey primer. Next I hit the seats with a light brown. Added a little bit of detailing. Just the console there and the dash in black. And I've painted the motor there. Here is the windscreen. There's nothing really wrong with that. It's a little bit scuffed here and there. I'm not going to sand it because those cool windscreen wipers are on the outside. So I just give it a really good polish with some plastic polish. And this is how it came out. It's looking pretty nice and shiny, I think. And finally, here are the old wheels. They're in quite good condition still, but they're pretty ugly. I'm going to replace them with these nice aftermarket ones. I just noticed that tire's a bit out of place there, so I've tried to straighten it up. And so here we are. Here are all the parts of our little Mercedes 450 SE. Refurbished, repainted and ready to go back together. I'm really looking forward to see how this car looks with that cool candy brown. But just before we take a look at the finished article, let's take a moment to look back and be reminded of what we started with. Here it is, our scruffy looking little Mercedes. Worn out and chipped old cream paint job. The metal parts there are pretty oxidized and dull. It's one solid little car, just like the real thing. I've got a bit of a soft spot for Mercs though. I've owned a couple. One of them was a big one like this, and they are awesome cars. So let's see if we can get it tidied up a bit and looking like the nice luxury car that it is. And here it is, our finished Ertl Mercedes-Benz 450 SE. A really nice turnaround for this car, I think. That old worn out cream paint job is gone and been replaced with this cool looking candy brown. It's really come out better than I expected. It makes the car really pop, I think. It's also been detailed inside and out. It's got that custom license plate there, and it's got a nice new set of aftermarket wheels. All in all, this is one of my favourite turnarounds, I think. I really like the way that paint job's come out. You let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thanks heaps to everyone for supporting the channel, giving me cool comments and liking my videos, etc. Extra special thanks to my awesome Patreon supporters who help to support the channel through Patreon. You can help out as well. Just check out my Patreon page. There's a link in the description down below. Thanks heaps for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did and you'd like to see more similar stuff, remember to subscribe and click the bell so you get notifications and updates, etc. And give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends.